Also developing right now, dozens of pages of documents released in the case against Aurora Theater shooting suspect James Holmes. The court paperwork revealing he had threatened his CU therapist, who warned campus officers he had homicidal thoughts. 7 News with team coverage of today's developments. Call 7 investigator John Ferrugia with new details on a CU psychiatrist warning.
And we start with 7 News reporter Marshall Zellinger, one of the first reporters to see these newly released documents. And Marshall, they expose what was in Holmes' apartment besides explosives.
A list of nearly 100 items found inside Holmes' apartment, a judge releasing this CD with 12 search warrants and the arrest warrant for James Holmes. Inside these documents, we already knew a lot of this information because it was said in open court, but there is information revealed for the first time about things found inside the apartment, the search at the CU Anschutz campus, and the arrest of James Holmes. In the arrest warrant for James Holmes, it's revealed he was nearly mistaken for a police officer until an Aurora officer saw his gas mask, which appeared to be an older version of the one currently in use. Officers had Holmes put his hands up and asked if anyone else was with him. Holmes said, "It is just me." Investigators found Holmes' iPhone in the car he parked behind the theater. Just as we learned at his preliminary hearing in January, investigators found photos of Holmes wearing ballistic gear and another holding a handgun. In a search warrant for the mailroom at the Anschutz campus, it's revealed investigators found that still confidential notebook he sent to his psychiatrist. New information tonight, the package also had $400 in burnt currency and a sticky note with the Infinity logo. At his Aurora apartment, investigators found explosive devices and booby traps. The warrants reveal more. A Batman mask, dozens of cans of beer, and pill bottles, some with antidepressant and anti-anxiety drugs. Also on this CD, a search warrant issued with FedEx. In it, we found that there were 10 packages delivered to the apartment here between February 2012 and July 2012, the majority of them coming from bulkammo.com. And in open testimony in court, we heard that from bulkammo.com, Holmes bought thousands of bullets for 3 different kinds of weapons. Reporting live in Aurora, Marshall Zellinger, 7 News.
Call 7 investigator John Ferrugia tracking this case from the beginning, breaking exclusive information about Holmes and his relationship with CU psychiatrist Lynn Fenton.
Well, Mike, our investigation has raised serious questions about the actions of Holmes psychiatrist Dr. Lynn Fenton and the University Behavioral Evaluation and Threat Assessment, or BETA team. It is now clearly confirmed that Fenton knew Holmes represented a very serious threat.
That white car in the rear of the lot, is that a suspect? Yes, we've got rifles, gas masks. He's detained right now. I've got an open door going into the theater.
Even as police took James Holmes into custody outside the Aurora Theater and he was identified as the shooter, there were questions about whether there were warning signs before the killings. Our investigation led to his psychiatrist, Dr. Lynn Fenton, and the University of Colorado BETA team. We reported Fenton called a university police officer 6 weeks before the shooting, requesting a background check, telling an officer Holmes threatened to kill a lot of people. The court documents now confirm that call on June 12th. Lynn Fenton described James E. Holmes as having homicidal thoughts and also stated that he had threatened and harassed her via email and text messages. Our investigation found Fenton also notified the university team responsible for threat assessment, but the team took no action. Fenton never contacted Aurora police. Our investigation also uncovered that Fenton declined the university police officer's offer to detain Holmes on a 72-hour hold. The affidavit also notes Holmes' university pass was deactivated based on his threats to Fenton. And what is even more disturbing, the university police officer told investigators that Dr. Lynn Fenton made it clear, quote, she was reporting per her requirement Holmes' danger to the public due to homicidal statements he had made. Even so, Dr. Lynn Fenton did not have him detained and took no other action. In the newsroom, I'm John Ferrugia, 7 News.